Good morning. Good morning to you. I said I was going to show you all what I did, and here it is. I don't know what I'm going to put here. I was thinking maybe rocks, and then I was thinking maybe just topsoil. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So I'm going to leave it just like that for a little while longer. So there it is. I ran out of topsoil down here. So got to get some more topsoil. Probably today. I hope you all are collecting your plastics. Please collect your plastics. I'm going to change these beds, and I'm going to, y'all see the tree that fell over in the wind. There was some wind kicking up last night. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna change all that. Well, not that one, but definitely this one. This is gonna get changed. I'll probably make it two. Okay, so yeah. This was many colors when I bought it. This is my secondhand store find. So, flip. There y'all. Oh my gosh. It is a beautiful day. I gotta get some seeds in the ground. First I gotta make sure that there is no danger of frost. And then I'm gonna put definitely some cucumbers in the ground in the same place that I had them last year. Going right up the porch rail. So yeah, that's the plan. Oh shoot. There's a booty. I showed y'all the tree. Isn't it beautiful? I believe they are cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms. So the trees I planted are called arborvitaes, okay? And they are going to create a hedge between me and my neighbor. What is got me feeling some kind of way is the audacity. The audacity that one thinks that they can tell, that an adult person thinks that they can tell another adult person what to do, how to act, how to be. It happens all the time. Not just with my neighbor, my crazy neighbors. she's the one who thinks that she can control something. She works as the word on the street is that she works in security at a hospital. She doesn't drive, so I believe the hospital is close by. And there are a few hospitals close by to her. But something in her makes her think that she can control me, that she can make me act a certain way. She seems to think that she's a puppeteer, a puppet master, and that she can pull my strings, and I will dance for her. I'll move my stuff. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'll do that right away, ma'am. What the? Karens. Knock it off. Knock it off, Karens. Because you're going to run up on the wrong one. Now, I'm not her. I'm not the wrong one. Because I know whose I am. But clearly, just by the tone in my voice, clearly, I'm feeling some kind of way. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything other than what I'm doing right now. Run my doggone mouth. Get it out of me. Purge this anger and irritation. Because I work with the public. And I don't want to take this energy into the workspace. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going to do it. Change me. Coming up on this. From the inside out. I need for somebody. Now I know that I have tried to manipulate. I've tried to control situations and manipulate in order to get my desired result. Influencer. I want to be an influencer. But the word that I got has told me that I need to start with myself. I'm starting with the one in the mirror. I'm asking her to change her ways. And no message could be any clearer. If I want to make the world a better place, I gotta look at myself and then make a change. I'm starting with the... Okay. I'm feeling I want to be angry. I want to be angry. I want to go slap my neighbor upside her head. But I realized I've done the same thing. I've tried to manipulate situations. I've tried to control people. I think that relationship probably is the difference. See, I've been in relationship with people that I've tried to nurture, that I've tried to teach, that I've yeah, I've been in relation. I was their teacher. I was there to answer a question. They were my children or even my spouse, because I wanted my household to be a certain way. I set the tone for the house. As a woman, I set the tone for the house. And I can determine whether it's a happy house or not. If I'm not happy, the house generally is not happy. So I try to do things. Yeah, certainly I manipulate some situations. I try to encourage, nurture, teach, chastise in such a way that it changes the behavior of the person that I'm in relationship with, close relationship with, or that I have a responsibility to teach before I unleash them onto the world. But strangers, total strangers, no, that's some Karen kind of action going on there. I don't bother people. I do not bother people. I don't bother my neighbors. I told y'all the other day, when I come home, I go in my house. I'm in my yard. I'm minding my business. I don't bother my neighbors. Now, what I'm growing in my yard, I will share with my neighbors. I will put a table out front, and I will put my harvest who I'm talking to. And that could be anybody. Anybody. Well, how do you say that, Christine? Well, if you're paying attention, if you're paying attention to these videos, you can pretty much see who I am. Oh, and if you are new, if I'm just showing up in your feed, good morning. I am Christine, and I am living out loud, and this is my podcast. I recommend that you know what? I don't know if my YouTube and my Facebook are connected. I know Facebook and Instagram are connected. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how this social media ins and outs, the depths of it. I'm learning. I am learning as I go. You know what? And I did a live stream last night. I need to figure something. I need some equipment. I need to figure out the equipment. What equipment do I need? How to set up for a live feed? How to use multi-cameras? I think now I'm talking about getting a little motherboard that can control microphones and you know what? All of that is happening at the Cuffy Library. I don't need to be. That's not what I'm doing. What I'm saying is all of that equipment that I'm talking about is at the library. I can learn how to use that equipment and then take that information home and make it happen there at the house. So my goal is to live my life out loud. I'm focusing on several things. I'm focusing on being physically healthy. This is what I start my day with. Physically healthy, emotionally healthy, that's my goal. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm driving, and I have to pay attention to the road, which is why you might lose me for a second, because something is going on that I need to focus on. Anyway, so if I have showed up in your feed and you have, hung out with me for a little while, and you think you kind of like what I'm doing, what I'm saying, where I'm going, you kind of like me, the person, Christine, subscribe to the channel. Go back and watch the videos from the beginning. I'm an open book. I'm laying it all out there in these YouTube, Facebook streets, Instagram streets. On Instagram, I think I'm the teacher. be a better me. I'm becoming a better version of myself. I'm a believer. I believe the word that says my latter life will be better than my former life. My former life was pretty doggone good. I had a good time. It was a good life. I watch this. I've come through many hard trials, through temptation on every hand. Satan has tried to stop me and place my feet on sinking sand. But through the pain, all of my soul, through the tears and all of my pain, the Lord was there to keep me, and He's kept me in the midst of it all. Not because I've been so faithful, not because I've always obeyed. No, it's not. Because I trusted Him to be with me all of the way. But it's because He loves me so dearly. He was there to answer my call. He was there always to protect me, and He's kept me in the midst of it all. Hindsight being 2020, I can tell you that that is true. He has kept me. So, my former life, you know, it wasn't so bad. It wasn't. I've learned so much. I've learned so much from my life. Oh. Turn that off. Turn that off. Oop, can't do that. I just felt the blast of heat, and then I remembered, okay, you got this telephone on. It is there, it's sitting in the sun, the heat is hitting it, and you might want to, maybe I want to put some cold man on. So, era that I am in. When I was a young person, I had radio, absolutely radio, television. When I could get to it, mostly radio and books. That's where I got most of my
information from reading. I'm a reader, and I love listening. I listen to talk radio. I listen to audiobooks. The last audiobook I listened to, no, it's not. One of the first audiobooks I listened to was The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray. I saw a trailer, a movie trailer. They're making that book into a movie. I recommend that you all check out The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray. If you don't want to read it, I don't know if we have it in large print, but if you don't want to read it, we definitely have it in audio book. Listen to it, read it before the movie comes out. That's what I did with the Harry Potter series. I read those books. I listened to one of them because it was just too doggone long. That was when I was a bus driver. I did a lot of reading when I was a bus driver. Oh, let me tell y'all about 11. Route 11. 1111 is my number. I see it often, sometimes, and when I see it, when I'm seeing it often, is usually in a short span of time. You know, like I just looked at the clock, and my clock is not set right, and it was 11:11. Anyway, I'm not saying that today is one of those days that 11:11 will pop up, but I'm just saying 11:11 is my number. Anyway, I was on the Route 11. I used to drive for the local transit company. On the Route 11, there were 2 time points. One downtown and one in the neighborhood that it went to. And at both those time points were 11 minutes long. I ran the route, and I would get to the time point, but I could not leave that space until a certain time. That's what makes it a time point. If I got to that spot before that time, I had to stay there. I could not leave until the appointed time. Well, generally, that was 11 minutes. It was an 11-minute wait time, return time. In that 11 minutes, twice now, because it happened there and it happened in the downtown area. Of course, most of the time, I would have that 11 minutes. But if something went wrong, if there was some kind of traffic incident, that would shorten the time. But for the most part, and especially, and also the time of day, there were times of day that it was definitely 11 minutes, and then there were times of day that it would not, because of traffic. It would not be 11 minutes, but it would be a good amount of time, enough time for me to pull out my books and read. Well, during that time, I was studying the Word of God, the New Testament. And when I say study, I mean study. If I got to a word or a phrase or something that I didn't understand, that I questioned, then I would go to my study Bible and I would read the commentaries. I studied the New Testament on that Route 11. I read it all the way up. I studied it all the way up to Revelation. I have been hearing things about Revelation. People have impressed upon me that Revelation is scary, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I didn't read Revelation in the Bible. What I did was I read a fictional book, the Left Behind series. That that's how I approached Revelation.